Every man is fighting a silent battle, not with the world, but with himself. A battle between who he is and who he could be. A battle between comfort and purpose. A battle between fear and becoming. Nobody sees that battle, but it's one of the most glorious and destructive battles a man will ever have to face. Because it is in that battle that he has to kill who he is in order to become who he wants to be. Israel didn't belong in Egypt. When the time came and God called Moses in order for him to lead Israel to the promised land, Israel wasn't willing to let go of their Egypt. At the very beginning, when Moses gave them the news that he was sent from God, they were happy. They were happy because they thought that they didn't have to suffer, that they didn't have to pay any price. When Moses began to disrupt their comfort, their familiarity, they wanted to stone Moses to death. After Moses had accomplished his purpose of making Pharaoh let go of Israel, Israel was happy. They were very, very happy when they were leaving Egypt because they thought that the promised land was next. But God knew that if he handed them the promised land without any work, without any effort, that they were going to destroy it. God led Israel through the wilderness, not because he forgot that the promised land was there, but because the promised land required a certain man in order to hold it. And Israel wasn't that man. And we see when they began walking the wilderness, they realized the price that they had to pay, killing their current self. And when they saw the price, once again, they wanted to stone Moses to death, and they wanted to go back to Egypt. They wanted their slavery more than they wanted freedom, because their slavery was familiar. It felt safe, even though it was killing them slowly. The promised land promised them freedom, but they first had to pay the price. And they weren't willing to do it. And we see that Israel never fully becomes a man capable of holding the promised land. Because even when they enter the promised land, they destroy it. We are Israel, and we have our own Egypt. Egypt is our distractions, our comfort, our addictions. Most of us never reach our promised land, not because we lack the strength, but because we never leave Egypt in our minds. We still hold onto that familiarity, onto that slavery. And the crazy thing is we think that we are avoiding pain, but it's still painful because we want change, but we are not willing to pay the price. Because once we decide to leave our Egypt behind, the pain is going to be stronger. The suffering is going to be stronger. But that's the price of freedom. Killing who you are to become who you want to be. We are not avoiding pain by choosing our Egypt. In fact, we're walking towards that pain that we believe that we are avoiding. Because what awaits us if we keep staying in the same place is more suffering. Because one day we will wake up and realize that we have wasted our potential, that we have wasted the life that we have. And though some people may say, you can always begin, you can always change whenever you want. True, I agree with that. But many of us use that as an excuse to never change. Many use that as an excuse to keep delaying the change. We must decide to leave our Egypt. We believe that we have a chain around our necks, and we do, but it's an invisible one that we have created. We have the hammer in our hands to break the chain whenever we decide, but we must decide it. I'm in the battle right now. Some days I'm winning, other days I go to bed knowing that I chose my Egypt instead of the wilderness. But I keep showing up again and again because that's the only way to reach my promised land. That's the only way to win. Not by winning every battle, but rather by refusing to stay down whenever I fall. You will always lose some battles, but as long as you refuse to stay down, you can win the war. To become who you want to be, you must kill who you are right now. You must break the invisible chain and let go of your Egypt.